I'm Barbara Brett, and I'm a motivational speaker that comes with action steps. I'm not going to get you up there and then just leave you hanging. I'm going to give you steps to carry on to the next day until you get strong enough to start putting your own action steps in. I do consulting for businesses on cultural change. It's my goal, and with action steps, to make sure that everybody feels valued and their strengths and talents are used. I want people to come in on Monday, from the CEO to the person that is sweeping the floor, to feel valued and know their strengths and their purposes are being utilized to the full potential. I want everybody to walk in and go, I'm excited about today. I do professional coaching, helping my clients get to their purpose, helping my clients hold themselves accountable, again, using those action steps. So I hope today that you're going to enjoy this. This is a second part of words, and it's called word swapping. Words are so powerful, and we talked about that in the first program of this session, about how words could actually add value to someone or could be a diminishing factor to how someone feels about themselves. So today we're going to talk about, if I take this out and use this, the power of that. Again, this can be done in an office, it can be done in your home, it can be done in church, it can be done in the community, it can be done with a 2-year-old all the way up. There's no age boundary on that. This whole session is about how we communicate. So the 4 sessions that we're going to do is, how do we communicate with other people? How do we empower other people? How do we get the word across? So we're going to talk about today, when I take a word and I do word swapping, if I can actually change it quickly, I can change it permanently and produce a positive out of a negative. That's why I want to do word swapping. I want to take that negative and get rid of it into a positive. That's what it's about. I want to produce a positive influence on the people that I'm speaking to, but also on when they're speaking to me. Because people say, it doesn't matter what someone says to me. It does. Your words have such power. So let's use those words to build instead of negatively. First one is, instead of using the word but is probably one of the most detrimental words in the English language. I always associate with this. It's like getting a Christmas present and someone gives it to you and it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and they say, go ahead and unwrap it. But it's not yours. It wasn't bought for you. It takes you from the excitement all the way down, and it plummets, and you cannot get back from but in a fast manner. When someone drops that, I was going to give you a raise, I'm going to give you a raise, and we're talking, but then, so now all of a sudden, you as a person are diminished. That but had that much power. So instead of using the word but, let's use the word and. We talked about a raise, and we're going to work some action steps into it, some growth plan for you, and we're going to give it to you in January. That's a positive. I'm going to do this and this and this. We're going to talk about a raise, but I can't give it to you now until January. Same amount of time in there, but already I feel like I'm on the defensive. I feel like I'm less than by the word but. So take it out. Take it out, and it's used so seldom that I don't even try to figure out how to use it in a more positive way. I just take it out and use the word and. We're going to turn that negative statement into a positive when we go with the word and. And lets me know I'm still in the ball game. Maybe I'm not in the ball game for 4 more months, but I am in the ball game. When you take away people's hope, you take everything away from them. So we don't have that right. Remember, we build, we're leaders, we build, and it starts at the age of 2. It starts when that child starts speaking. So let's take the word but out of there. It's a negative. Instead of saying I have to, say I want to. I want to. When I say I have to, it sets in conflict. When I say I have to go to work. I have clients that come in. I work with students still all over the world, and I do a lot of different types of training. The first time my client or someone else says, I have to do that, my first question is this: why do you work? Why do you go to school? Why do you do this? What's the why of it? Well, I work because it's feeding my kids, and I can go to work, I can go to school at night. Then let's change it to I have to I want to. I want to work for 3 more months at this job because it's going to help me become independent, move out from home, and be financially solvent. That way, when you go into work, you understand what that work has afforded you. It goes from I have to I want to. And it changes who you are. And when you leave that job, when you leave school, when your whole mindset, so the way people think about you is different. Again, instead of saying I have to, say I want to. I want to finish this job strong. I want to finish school strong. Why? Because it's going to get me. I will suggest this to you. Put it on your own wall, but it's one of the best things to do even with your children. High school students, I do it with a college prep program I do. What do you want? Now, what do you want to do to get there? Well, I want to go to school. I want to get these grades. I want to do this because I want to go there because I want to live here. I didn't have to. I want to. So take that word completely out, because again, when I do that, I set up conflict, and I'm setting it so it's easy for me to say, well, I had to do that anyway, so I'm just going to do. You see what I'm doing? It just, even my body language changed when I said that. Number 3, instead of can't, use won't. I can't do that diminishes me. It diminishes my ability. I can't. It takes the option out there. Instead of doing that, it says I won't. If I'm not going, I'm going to do a training later on, and it's about never agains. Never again am I going to put myself in that position. Never. That's a one in power. Same thing with I won't. I won't do that again. I want this result, so I won't do that again. That gives me the power. I have the power of choice. It's not that I'm being controlled by, I can't do it. As soon as I can't, you'll see this with young children. And I see it all the way up. I've seen it with 2 years when they can't. So let's take that out, because as soon as I take out the word can't, I'm going to think of different avenues to go with it. Isn't that the best part? I want to find out what I can do to get to be where I want to be. So again, we're going to take a can't to I won't. We want to have that choice. Can't implies that I'm helpless. No one wants to be helpless. And won't is something that I am standing firm on. I'm putting up a platform on which to stand on. Instead of saying I'm afraid, say I'd like to. You get a call for that job interview, and they go, and we're going to fly you out here. And you're afraid to fly. And so the first thing you say is I'm afraid. That person that's interviewing you, that's talking to you, that's it. They're done. You didn't have a chance. But if you said, I would like to do that very much, could I have an extra day? Because on the way, I would like to be able to drive out there. I would like to be able to, again, I'm still in that ball game. I'm not gone. But as soon as I'm saying I'm afraid, most people are not going to stop. Don't make it about your fear. Make it about your desire. Make it about your desire. Because as soon as I see someone really desires something, they want to do something, I'm going to get in that ballpark and I'm going to assist them. I'm going to make sure it happens because they have the desire, they have the energy. I can feel that coming off of them. So think about, instead of being in fear, think about being in strength. I would like to do that. We're going to find out ways for that to be possible for you. Instead of saying help, use the word assist. As soon as I use the word help, I'm making you into a victim. And this is so powerful. I have used this to a large extent because I do professional coaching, I do training, and as soon as I come in and say, let me help you, I've put it into your mind that you are less than, that you're not capable of doing that. But when I say, let me assist you, well, what are some things I can do to assist you so that you can get through what you want to do, your power, your energy, your thoughts. I make it back about you. You just need some assistance. You don't need to be helped because you're helpless, because you can't do something. Think about this again. Any type of things that you do, you have a little one, and the first time they can't do something, they can't get the round peg into the square, and we come over there and we're going to help, and then we immediately grab it and we start putting it in there ourselves. We have taken the power, we have taken the creative forces out of their hands. They're no longer looking for those different types of pathways. So again, today we are talking about, changing those words, just swapping out. That has more power. I'm just swapping out this word for a word that's more powerful. Next week, we're going to be talking about how you speak loudly with your body language. In fact, I just had LA, who does all the videography, say it's the loudest form. It's the loudest form you have of communication. And I really love that. Again, that made me change my concept on how I was going to reach something. So until next time, I'm Barbara Britt, again, motivational speaker, trainer, consultant, and a coach. If you would like more information, go to barbarabritt.com, and I would love to do anything I can to assist you, not help. Thank you again, and I hope you have a great day.